everybody, this is PI Health with another video. We're going to be discussing a silencer today. Well, we're not going to discuss it as a suppressor, we're going to refer to it as a silencer because that's the way it was patented. 330-1909 by Maxim. The patent number is 916885. So that's the patent number. The suppressor is actually nothing more, nothing less except a bureaucratic term that is used as a suppressor, which is also correct terminology because it does suppress the sound. But I'm going to be referring to it as a silencer. So what is this silencer? What is this thing as a silencer? Very simple. The speed of sound actually travels somewhere along the line 1,125 feet per second. So speed of sound above that, it's called supersonic sound, which is about 1,200 feet per second. Subsonic is actually somewhere along around 1,000 feet per second. So this is actually the construction of a bullet that actually goes through the air. So what does it influence? What is the influence factors of this bullet as it goes through the air? Okay, number one, temperature, air density, barometric pressure, and of course bullet construction. So let's take a look at this. As it goes through the air, pressure is being built up, shock wave is being created, and the supersonic boom is actually behind actually the bullet as it travels through the air. So that's usually referred to as a cracking sound as the bullet goes through the air. Now, can you also see this particular bullet as it goes through the air? The answer to that, no, you cannot see it, but you can see the wave providing as it goes through the air. The light hits it in a particular angle that you can actually see it going down the range. But not the actual bullet, you will not see, but you actually, sometimes you can pick up the wave of it. Good luck seeing a bullet. That's not going to happen. But yes, you can see the wave as it goes through the air. It's very difficult and not under all circumstances you can see that. So let's take a look at what is a suppressor or a silencer. Well, it's nothing more and nothing less as the gas comes out from the barrel. It is actually a container. It actually contains the gases that comes out. This is basically a .22 caliber rifle. It's a 250 thousandths of an inch as the gas where it comes out. The diameter of the barrel or the bullet is 225. So it's a 6-inch in length and it's usually about 1 inch in diameter. And it also has a 100th of an inch hole at the end so that the gases can actually escape, and it reduces the gas surge coming out from the barrel of the extension of the barrel from the gun, which is actually the suppressor right here. Okay, so what are the other components actually of this boom that is actually coming out from the barrel? Well, we have a lighter right here. As we light up the lighter, we place a match right at the top of it. What happens? As I get closer and closer to the heat, it will actually lights up the match. Right in the blue part, I hope it's visible quite nicely, there is going to be a match right here. That's why this is red, this is blue, and the match is actually placed in here. So what happens is this is still very hot. As the fluid escapes from the lighter, what happens is this is the coolest part. So this is actually the coolest part of the gas as it comes out from the barrel. So let's take a look how does it work. Well, I have a lighter right here in my hand, so I'm going to light it up. As I'm going to bring it down to the hottest part of the lighter. Let's see how it works. Okay, hopefully not going to burn myself. As I was bringing it down, it actually lit up. You can see the smoke already start, so that it lights it up. It takes about maybe 1 or 2 seconds to light up. Now, in here, I'm going to place it right into the center. Hopefully not going to burn my hand. It's going to take maybe about 3 or 4 seconds longer, as you can see. So let's take a look. Ah, that was it. So it took about 3 or 4 seconds longer. So that's the way the silencer works, by cooling down the gas and the length. It depends on the caliber and also cooling down the gases. Now, so let's look at some of the other parts of the silencer. This is the 1 inch in diameter. This is the pacers that is actually between the chambers. Okay, so this is the chamber actually is being created. This is a 100 inch. This is nothing more, nothing less except a simple washer. The simple washer is a 250 of an inch in inner diameter, and outer diameter is approximately about 1 inch right here. So you can actually fit them in with the spacer. So what happens is you just created a silencer. That's how simple it is. And you allow the gas to escape right through. Of course, when you're placing it in into the tube, what happens is you have one on the top, you have one here, you have one here, and one here. So in other words, on a circle, on a 180-degree circle, you have 3 holes, and then of course you have one on the 90th right here. So that's 300. So that's a 360-degree circle. So what happens? Well, I have also a spring in my hand. So this particular spring can also break up the wave of the gases as it comes out. So what happens? Let's look at it. You place the spring right in here, and then you don't need 4 chambers. You probably can get away with 2 of the washer to create a chamber. You probably can. Now, can you get away with actually about 3/4 of an inch? Well, you probably can, but what happens with a 3/4 of an inch, which is much narrower of the diameter, what happens is you might not be able to take one consecutive shot after the other. You might have to wait about 10 to 15 seconds. Can you get away with it 1/2 inch? I don't know. It's a possibility that you can get away with 1/2 inch. Don't forget, this silencer is attached to the end of the barrel of the gun. So, but we have another component here. This is a part 2 component. Part 2 component where you're actually incorporating the barrel of the gun. The barrel of the gun, the way you incorporate it is you have a port right here. They used to call it a magna port, and some geniuses use the magna port. It used to be called magna port. Today, actually, it's only called a port. So, what happens is you incorporate the barrel of the gun into the silencer. So obviously this is going to become much longer because you're incorporating the barrel. So you're making a port right here in the barrel. So what happens is as gas escapes, fewer gas is actually going to be escaping through the front of the barrel of the gun. So what happens? It's going to bounce around here. So what you can do is you can take 1/100 of an inch right here and you can put a small hole there. So when you put a small hole here, what happens, gases can escape, but you also have a small hole right here, hundreds, same thing, so that a gas, as it bounces around, it can also escape to the front of the silencer. So basically, in a nutshell, this is a silencer, so you need a couple of components. One, you need about a 6-inch, because that's the length that the gases is actually being, the burst of the gas that is going to come out. About 6-inch. Can you get away, as I said, with a 5-inch or maybe a 4-inch? I do not know. I do not know that. The reason that I do not know is the fact that the gas is going to be coming out from the port. So you can experiment with it. I actually lived in New York City 52 years, and I actually wanted to build a factory, a small shop, manufacturing silencers, but the problem was obtaining a license for that in city of New York. Well, good luck with that. It's just not going to happen. So, thank you very much for listening, and have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you.